I welcome you all to this course of Strategies for Sustainable Design. The course intends to give a holistic approach towards understanding of sustainability and sustainable design process. There are several strategies suggested at different stages of design guidelines, design, detailing, specifications, operations, and disposal to contribute towards sustainable development processes. The course intends to demonstrate design strategies to strengthen the goal of sustainable development. To deliver that, the course touches various domains to inculcate curiosity in the minds of students so that they can understand the importance of design thinking and design process for sustainable development. The course desires to provoke students to find ways to deal with given situations in their respective project works, subject, and the field also. The course content is kept at generalistic, a kind of a horizontal approach with recommendation of specialist courses, vertical approaches such as like LCA, BEAM, etc. as like next courses. The course is intended to explain the concept with design process so that students can grasp and utilize for their projects, to give real life examples and project explaining topics clearly so that students can relate. The course intends to deliver state-of-the-art literature and study material available on the topics by giving due citations of the references used. More inputs are given to design exercises in the lecture. Elaborated strategies to deal with domain-specific cases. The course is intended for architecture, civil engineering, and design students. It emphasizes on materials, construction, manufacturing techniques to design buildings, spaces, and products, etc. The follow-up courses are specific ones to give in-depth understanding and numerical abilities to undertake LCA, LCCA, carbon footprint analysis, BIM, planning, etc. Some of the strategies which are elaborated in this course are as follows. Biocapacity and ecological overshoot, main environmental issues, multi-level perspective, systemic design, building form, surface and energy performance, thermal properties of land mass and water bodies, compact living, imagined scenarios, insulation, air tightness, ventilation, storing energy in the homes, integrated design process, urban heat island effect, social interaction in the built environments, pedestrian oriented designs, space arrangements, nature based biopolymer composites, design from scrap, site integrated designs, designing in sync with the nature, impact of pollutions and design processes with alternative solutions for the health of the ecosystem, plastic free designs, design for waste reduction, reusability, maintenance free designs, design for longevity and flexibility, indoor air qualities, design with minimal interruption to nature, design with bio-based materials, systemic mapping, design for behavioral change, design for reduced consumption, design for sustainable consumption, eco-labeling, environmental impact assessment and life cycle analysis, dematerialization, cradle to cradle concept, design for closed cycle, product life cycle, reducing raw materials, reducing toxicity, reducing waste, increasing energy efficiency using low impact materials, reducing direct and indirect emissions, reducing packaging, design for disassembly and end of life, material disposal and waste minimization, minimizing need for materials, using existing materials, design for durability, reduce, reuse, refurbish, repair, repurpose, recycle, sustainable site planning, construction management, energy optimization, occupant comfort. So overall it talks about national building code also, part 11 specifically, which talks about sustainability approaches and sustainable product service systems, method for system design for sustainability and distributed economy. It talks about vernacular and responsive design using net zero energy building, lighting, ventilation, views for like a human comfort, etc. It talks about climate responses, earthen materials, place-based design, culture as driving force for vernacular design, climate as a design factor, sun orientation, temperature, humidity, wind, geography, thermal mass, shading, daylighting, ventilation, water and cooling. On-site power generation. It talks about opening size optimization also. It talks about design for sustainability and nature as inspiration, for example, like biomimicry, bioinspiration, form, process, ecosystem. It talks about process and technique optimization. It talks about several other like conventions, laws and emerging technologies also for like a sustainable development. It talks about UNFCCC, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Summit, IPCC, some ISO standards, also with the help of several like case studies from India as well as from across the world, which have been like attempted from like a different architects, engineers, and designers for the like a sustainable growth and development. Thank you all.